Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the end of day post-wave report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave price trigger reports. All right, so looking at the Bitcoin futures chart, we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. We still have a bearish trend momentum reading, even though the market is flatlined, it still has that bearish bias to it. And until this changes, we can expect flat markets with a lower drifting bias in the price action. Taking a look now at XRP Ripple. As you can see, we did move lower today, and now we have put in a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Looks like the market is now gunning for the 50-cent Kumo Cloud support, and that's where we're headed. So we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading in your XRP Ripple. Wheat futures, 52-week low is still in play. We still have a bearish trend momentum reading, and we're in a locked-in bear market at this time. Next up is soybeans. Soybeans, is there something wrong with this chart? Let me see. Don't know why it's looking weird. I don't, oh, hold on. Okay, found it. Found it. Okay. Hold on. Give me just a second. There's a keying error here, so I'm going to fix it. Give me just a second. It's an extra digit, and that'll do it every time. All right, so now we're refreshing the chart. All right, a lot better, a lot better. All right, so as you can see, we have a bearish trend momentum reading, still locked in bear market here as well. Market's gunning for that 52-week low after failing to punch through the bottom of the Kumo Cloud resistance. Next up is corn. Corn finally did it, folks. We hit a new 52-week low. Just like I told you, as long as you got a bearish trend momentum reading, especially when you're in a bear market, that means you're in a locked-in bear market. And that's what we got here, new 52-week lows. So corn hit it first. So now it's a countdown until the market reverses in a violent way. And there may be some kind of news catalyst to help that along. But I believe that the market is going to gap up higher. It may not be in this particular front month. It could be in the front month of 2024's contract, but I'm almost certain that you're going to see a big disparity in price coming up here shortly. So something to think about. Get ready. Looking at silver. Silver still has a bearish trend momentum reading, and the market is in free fall, coming down to test the $22 handle. Next up is nat gas, still in the locked-in bear market, bearish trend momentum reading. What more can you say? Next up is the Dow. The Dow has put in a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Very interesting turn of events. So you still have a bearish trend momentum reading, right? And it looks like we also, let's see, we had, definitely a crash. We have back-to-back crash alerts. Had one coming into today. We got the downside production. Now we just put in another one for tonight into tomorrow's trading. I think the market's gunning for the 34,000 handle. So this is getting really interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is the NASDAQ 100, starting to move into that Kumo Cloud. Bearish trend momentum reading, bearing down on the market. You're in a full-blown corrective state. So expect these prices to continue to drift lower. Next up is gold futures. And as you can see here, we still have a bearish trend momentum in this market as well. So we expect lower prices. Next up, S&P 500, same thing, bearish trend momentum reading. Prices are inching lower and lower. 4,400 is on its way to be tested, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is crude oil. Crude oil has now a bearish trend momentum reading. The market topped out with a neutralized bar, followed by a crash alert. Now we're getting that steady downside production. Market's headed back down here toward the 75 and then the $70 handle. So get ready for that. Next up is the euro. The euro has a bearish trend momentum reading, still heading lower. Had a crash alert coming into today. Didn't really get any downside production, so I anticipate we'll see some maybe tonight into tomorrow's trading. Looking at the pound sterling, same thing, bearish trend momentum reading. Markets struggling, trying to make its mind up, but it is going to crash. I think it's going to 125, and then it puts it in free fall. Next up is the Aussie, still has a bearish trend momentum reading, price action heading lower on its way to test the 64 handle. Next up is the Russell. The Russell still has a bearish trend momentum reading, price action is eking lower. 1850 is the initial downside target on this one. Copper, bearish trend momentum reading, you're in a locked in bear market. Ethereum futures, just like Bitcoin, we got a crash alert going into tonight, into tomorrow's trading with the bearish trend momentum reading. This could set the price action in a free fall state if it drops outside of this Kumo cloud. And there you have it, folks. So, yep, looking bearish across the board. So definitely take heed if you are holding long positions in these markets. You're probably going to want to rethink that and maybe take some profit off the table if you have some. This is the time to look to cover long positions, not initiate new ones. I do not care what the talking heads say on TV. Do not listen to them. They do not know what they're talking about. And the ones that do know what they're talking about are paid to lie to you. Their main job is to cheerlead the markets, regardless of what's going on. All right. So remember, the system works if you work the system. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. Smash that like button, and I'll holler back. Peace.